I think you're right. There's a lot here that can cause a sentence, essentially. I mean, we want representation. We want competent governance. Like, that's the whole point of the contract that people have with the government. You're supposed to take care of us. All the things that you're supposed to take care of us on. Which is too much. We don't want to. All we want is clear the border. But Biden says we need more immigration. Are they going to go down there? Are those asylum officers going to go down there along with the new immigration judges you want and stop it? What's the technology to protect fentanyl? How about you don't need the technology to detect fentanyl? Stop it. We got some comments too. Yeah, I think that the birthright citizenship clause is actually misinterpreted. The actual reading says that we're subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That one phrase, I think, means that, like, if you come across illegally, you are not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States because you're breaking the law. So therefore, your child is not automatically a citizen. I know that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. That's my interpretation. We got this one. What's up from R.L. Bailey in the house? Sharing this as good day. What's up, RL? New member here. Welcome aboard. How you doing? Says, just got back from South Central PA from my goddaughter and family in North Carolina. I also just celebrated my 71st birthday on January 1st. Well, happy birthday there, RL Bailey in the house. Looks like a very nice family here. Joining you. Looks like a very nice family. We got John 316 over there. Looks like a couple nice Christmas trees. Beautiful family, and happy birthday to you there, R.L. Bailey. Thanks for sharing that with us. You had a great birthday. You got a New Year birthday, huh? That's pretty interesting. That sounds like a pretty good one, actually. You know, some birthdays, like you have a birthday on Christmas, like I'll wake up on the presents or something. But a New Year is pretty good. My mom has a good birthday too, July 4th. So awesome. Good to see you, R.L. Bailey. Love that one. We got Sadie's here. It says Democrats rigged their primary to insert Obama to get what we have today. Joe Obama from Sadie in the house. Yeah, we had yesterday's comments. I want to make sure we don't forget. There were a couple of those. Let's see what we had here from yesterday. I think there were a couple outstanding comments. And then we'll jump into Epstein and see what he has for us. Yes, what's up, FedCure? I think is where we left off. It says, don't know if you addressed this in the morning stream. How do we find our comments and bookmarks on previous shows? So FedCure, I would click your profile name. So if you click your profile name, well, I think this screen is over, so maybe it's not working. Yeah, click your profile name like that, and it will show you all your comments that you've dropped. So that's kind of the best way to follow along. Now, bookmarks, I don't know where you're bookmarking things. So if you're bookmarking it on your phone, it's going to be in your phone. If you're bookmarking it in Chrome, it's going to be in Chrome. But that's what I would say. Hey, SM Woodward says not anything about the appointment. We're talking about Jack Smith. But when they take office, they are given an oath of office similar to any public servant. Smith was originally given his oath in 2022, but that oath wasn't valid. He had to retake it. There are public documents covering that. His original oath wasn't valid. That's interesting. I'll have to look for that one. I'm not seeing that one. Righty. Yes, you can post retrospectively if you did it. You know, if you miss a day, you're like, well, I didn't post on Monday. Yeah, just post it. The goal is, we're not going to be sticklers here too much on the technicalities on the fitness challenge. We just want you to get into it and have some fun and get into it. We'll give away some stuff and we'll call it fun. Hey, SM Woodward says it's towards the end of that video on the Smith thing, so let me take a look at that. Laney's here. Says, and Trump released a summary of the election fraud stuff. And court listener also collapsed under the load of the Epstein docs for a night. It was a heck of a night last night. A lot of people were sharing a bunch of stuff about here's a link from Rebellious Unknown. There's the link. So it's an hour-long video, so I'm not sure where it's at anymore. But interesting. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so Epstein stuff. We have a lot of Epstein stuff to get to. I pulled up some good stuff in here. So let's see. Joseph says, how do the mind maps go out each lunch? I don't appear to get emails from them unless I sign up again. Thanks for all the good work. Let me talk to my team. I mean, they should be emailed out. The mind map should be emailed out, but I'm dropping the new links in dropping the links in the comments as well. So just come back to the comments and, for example, we don't have it on this thing, but yeah, there's a link. So check in the links. So check in the comments section here. So like for example, down here, here's the link for yesterday's. This is the mind map link on yesterday's thread. So just check those comments as well. I also posted there. Let's see, we've got another one from Crash. We got that one. Okay, so let's jump into some Epstein stuff and see what is inside. Unsealed! New Epstein docs just dropped. I want to show you what it looks like from the court docket. This is Jeffrey versus Maxwell, Southern District of New York. We covered a lot of the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff, especially when she was on trial. We went in depth as she was being prosecuted as a defendant. But this is a separate case. This is a civil case. It was settled some time ago, and now we're getting unsealing requests being granted. And this is everything that dropped on the docket. So let me just share this with you. All of these different exhibits. A lot of stuff. It was just under 1,000 pages in total. We've got the full consolidated document up that we will look through and see what is inside. But as you can see, because it is such a monstrous, massive document, it is 943 pages. It just goes on and on and on. So we'll do a Control F and we'll bounce around to see what's going on with Clinton and some others. But somebody who did a great summation of this and has gone through a lot of the documents already is our friend Technofog, somebody I recommend you follow at Technofog on the X platform.
What's going on?
I'm also subscribed to his Substack, and he went through this and did some analysis. He says, all right, look, we got the documents. Here are the most important John Does inside. He says, we're going to start with Bill Clinton. John Doe number 36, whose deposition was essential to provide info on the relationship with Maxwell and Epstein. So Clinton's the big one. Now here's one excerpt. It says, in a 2011 interview, Ms. Guthrie mentioned Bill Clinton's close relationships with Epstein. Now, while she made no allegations about any illegal actions by Bill, Ms. Maxwell, Ghislaine, in her deposition, raised Ms. Guthrie's comments about President Clinton as one of the, quote, obvious lies to which she was referring in her public statement that formed the basis of this suit. Highlighted, it says, apart from Maxwell and Mr. Epstein, former President Clinton is a key person who could provide information about Epstein, about his close relationship with the defendant, Maxwell, and Mr. Epstein, and disprove Miss Maxwell's claim. Okay, so Bill Clinton, highly involved. Guthrie said she was abused by everybody at the behest of Ghislaine and Epstein, and now Clinton is a part of the cause. Here's testimony from one witness. Question. Let me back up. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me back up. This is kind of serious. Do you know if Bill Clinton was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? Answer. I knew he had dealings with Bill Clinton, and I did not know that they were friends until I read the Vanity Fair article about them going to Africa together. Did Jeffrey ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? Answer. He said one time that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Bill? Now, we already knew that about Bill. I mean, he, cigared an intern, and all the things. So, oh, gosh. So, that's nothing really new, but we know that they're close. Now, they say there are more batches of documents that have not been uploaded yet, so more stuff will be coming down the pipe. It says many documents relate to John Does who were merely witnesses or doctors, as we already saw. So we covered the unsealing order from the judge and her basis for why she was going to unseal a bunch of this stuff. And we saw, when we read it originally, that it was all kind of not that interesting. A lot of people have been spreading a lot of garbage out there, a lot of fake posts and stuff. But here they say there will be additional disclosures coming out down the pipe. Now, Prince Andrew was someone else. We'll take a look. Maxwell and Epstein put Prince Andrew's hand on minors' bodies. Andrew cupped the chest of someone. Question: when you got back into the house, what happened to you? I walked into the front door, and Ghislaine stuck her head over the grand staircase. Hey! She asked me to come upstairs to the living room. And can you describe the living room? And Jeffrey and her and Virginia and Prince Andrew were there. Prince Andrew. Royalty. What were they all doing when you came in? Just socializing. I don't remember them doing an activity. It was just them being around together. Gross. We have another one. The witness was saying, I just remember someone suggesting a photo, and they told us to get on the couch, and so Andrew, the prince, and Virginia, they sat on the couch, and they put the puppet on her lap. And so then I sat on Andrew's lap, and I believe on my own volition, and they took the puppet's hand, and they put it on Virginia's chest. And so Andrew put his on mine. How fun and frolicky, isn't it so fun? It's disgusting. These people are degenerates. And they're just in the middle of exploitation. It's not funny, it's not a joke, but they're joking about it because they're disgusting. Jeffrey Epstein admitted, these are underage girls. Jeffrey Epstein admitted to one witness that the allegations against him were true. His excuse? Oh, they lied about their age. He couldn't tell. Jeffrey Epstein never told you that he knowingly had contact with an underage girl, correct? Objection. Witness says, when I asked him if the accusations were true after I spoke with the police, he said yes, they're true, but they lied about their age. I thought she was 18, I swear. Who else was a visitor to the mansion? Michael Jackson was there, says Technofog. Did you meet anybody famous when you were there with Jeffrey? I met Michael Jackson. Oh, really? You did? You're kidding. What was he like? And where was that? That was at his Palm Beach residence, at Jeffrey's house in Palm Beach. Did you massage Michael Jackson? No, he's not into young girls. I did not, obviously. He's in the other thing. Now, victim Virginia Guthrie stated she also slept with this billionaire. This guy's called Tom Pritzker. He apparently is the chairman of Hyatt Hotels. So this guy. So to your knowledge, you've only met with one foreign president? Question. To my knowledge, yes. At this time, yeah. Just one foreign president was part of the entourage, part of the ring. And is there anything that might change your knowledge at a different time? Well, if I were to see more photos of other people, I've been able to distinguish the majority of people that I've been lent out to. Who's to say there's not more? Don't even know. All right, so if I were to ask you the question about how many times you...
All right, sorry guys. What happened? Why did we lose volume?
Okay, so more allegations. She said that Virginia Guthrie, was trafficked by Epstein and Maxwell to Prince Andrew. Maxwell directed her to have intercourse.
Why is AJOT not on this channel?
We've already heard a lot about it.
Let's fix it.
I think during the trial itself. I think Mrs. Dubin may have even testified. Okay, please give the person the name of the person that Ghislaine Maxwell directed you to have intercourse with. Who was that person? She says, oh, Prince Andrew. The royal prince. Okay, who else? Well, as a whole, they both trafficked me to people. It was under both of their directions. So
you can't duel and drive at the same time, Dirty. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I need you to say a time.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot this is my backup channel.
So can you please tell me to whom Ghislaine asked you to do that with?
We packing today. What the fuck? Nor.
Magician David
Oh, that's why it keeps going off, because fucking phone's blowing up.
They were described as friends. Copperfield performed magic tricks. Have you ever met David Copperfield? Yes. you recall when you initially met him? Yeah.
All right, let me back out of here. I'm not going to hold this up.
Someone
With all these people around, I'm real freak out and say I got
have dinner, then I could
a real one.
I mean, what happened at that dinner, if anything? He did some magic tricks. Oh, yeah? Like this?
Anytime we leave the house, we're carrying her now.
Watch this. Oh, how's that happening? Oh, how about that, David Copperfield? Got nothing. Did you observe David Copperfield to be a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's? Yes. Did Copperfield ever discuss Jeffrey's involvement with young girls?
David Copperfield's on the list?
He questioned me if I was aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls. Okay. And we know how that works. You want to make some money? You want to come hang out with these rich people? No. Okay, so here's our write-up on the latest document. Our summary and everything. The link is in the bio. And so make sure.
Of course, Bill's on the list.
Technofog. He does some very good work. And he's over on Substack. And of course, I am following him and subscribe to him as well. So if you want to read this thread, you can go follow him on the X platform at Technofog with an underscore in there. And of course, your boy will post that so you can follow that as well. But there is more in the document. And so let me just show you what is inside so you can see it. But if this is the cover letter, it says, "Dear Judge, pursuant to your request, your order on December 18th, you said, I got to unseal all this. The filing of these documents will be unsealed on a rolling basis until completed." So there may be more stuff coming. This filing also excludes documents pertaining to those 105, which we don't know who that is, 107, 110, and others, while the court reviews those documents as well. And so you can see it's 943 pages. It is a lot. So let's just do a Control F, for example, and hit the Clinton. Let's see what Clinton has, where he is in. You can see there is 73 total Clinton email, total Clinton references. Here's the first one. This looks like it is an email from Ghislaine Maxwell sent Saturday, January 10th to Philip Barden and Ross. She says, "I'm out of my depth."
2015
email.
Wow.
She says, "I've already suffered," this is Ghislaine, "such a terrible and painful loss. I can't even see what life after press will even look like. Statements that don't address all just leave more questions. What is my relationship to Clinton? What is my relationship to Andrew?" And on and on. I need a headspace. Let's rest till Monday. I need headspace. Okay, let's freaked out. I see no legal risk currently on these old charges, but they came back and got you. And what they did to Ghislaine,
I don't think there's
a monstrous person, obviously.
A Hollywood star
insane, right? Like she's the female
that I like not on the list, so I understand. And there's not many that I still have any respect for.
Actually charged for using these services. It's crazy, but they lock her up, right? And everybody else who was involved is kind of like, we'll just forget about them. It's gross. All right, so that is just Clinton number one. Here's Clinton number two. Maxwell, here's a question. Have you ever said to anybody, she says, "Stop right there. I never recruited girls." Let's stop right there. Now break down your question. Okay, this one's a little fired up, whoever this person is. Okay, have you ever said to anybody, by girls, we're talking about underage people. Okay, you said girls. Are you talking about underage? We're not talking about consensual acts. This is a defamation suit. Now, I can't recollect having a meal with them, but just so we're clear, the allegations that Clinton had a meal...
I do as well. It's kind of
is 100% false.
Hard to believe.
Clinton never had a meal there. He used to work or still works for Bill Clinton. Have you ever had a relationship with him? Well, we're talking about adult consensual relationships. It's off the record. I'm not asking you what you did with him. I'm asking you if you ever had a relationship with him. Define relationship. You know, somebody you ever had a romantic relationship with or anything like that? Well, what do you mean by romantic? I was friends with Doug, but are you suggesting something more? Well, you defined it. I just said that, are you friends with him? While you were on the trip with Clinton, do you recall staying at these locations? I recollect the trip. But if you're asking me where he stayed, you can see it was a very fast-paced trip, very tiring. And so I can't remember much of it. Right, so that's Clinton. Here's another one. Clinton, questions about whether Clinton was friendly with them? What was the purpose of the trip to Thailand between Epstein and Clinton? They went to Thailand. Jonah testified that Clinton likes them young, referring to girls. Was Bill Clinton a friend of Jeffrey Epstein? Objection. Do you know if Clinton... I knew he had dealings with Bill Clinton, but I didn't know that they were friends until we read that article. Clinton likes them young. Here's a list. So name dropping? Yeah. So did you ever meet Kate Blanchett or Leonardo DiCaprio? No. Would you remember if I had? I hope so. Did you meet Cameron Diaz? No.
I mean, in what context did he have anything? I'm sure there's a lot of people that had association. But I mean, how many trips did he make? I'm sure there's a lot of people too that didn't realize
here's another note.
What they were getting into.
It might be from Jeffrey Epstein himself.
I truly believe this whole thing
says you can issue a reward to
it's like a Mossad, Mossad like honeypot trap.
Prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner.
So they could get CIA and the Mossad can get like info on all these people. That way they have them on the hook.
In an underage orgy. What?
Look at them clouds.
That Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy to Ghislaine Maxwell. You can issue a reward
how did that not
and help her prove that are false. So anybody who helps me, we can pay them money. And the
because if people made one trip there and then figured out what was going on and then just left,
so we can use those as attack vectors because those are not true.
It's unfortunate that their names would be on
initiatives all over the place. Here's another one. The only remaining witness is Bill Clinton. His deposition is necessary for the following reasons. In a 2011 interview, Guthrie mentioned Clinton and his close relationship with Epstein. He said that those are obvious lies that are a part of this lawsuit. Here's some more stuff. And so we can see, like, there's 7 agencies all over the place. Introductions and motions. Clinton's name comes up a bunch all over the place. Let's look for Prince Andrew. We'll see where he's at. So here, a couple, 51 times he's all over this list. Prince
Andrew's all over it. Yeah, it's no surprise.
Miss Guthrie's accounts concerning being trafficked are to Prince Andrew. What do you want to know about the Prince Andrew incident, they say? So you got a green spiral notebook, and there were other names that Ghislaine directed you to have intercourse with, yeah. Where is the original of the photograph that was widely circulated of you and Prince Andrew? He says, I probably still have that photo. It's not in my possession right now. Virginia, where is it? Probably in some storage boxes. Where are the storage boxes? In Sydney. Where in Sydney? At some family's house. We got the boxes to ship to Australia. They were picked up off the porch and brought to their house, which is where? In Sydney. Where in Sydney? Base Hill. Who lives in that house? Well, it's owned by my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. What are their names? I'm not giving you the names of my nephews. Okay, what's the address of the house? Why would you want that? Well, I want to know where the photo is. I'm just telling you where the photo is. You just told me it's somewhere in Base Hill. Yeah. Where in Base Hill? I can't 100% say where it is. It could be at my house and I press the button, but I'm not going to give you the address of my nephew's house. When was the last time you saw the photo in person? When I packed and left for America? When you were in Colorado? Yeah. So you have the photograph of you in Colorado.
Morning, Indoctrinator.
What's on the back of the photograph?
Yeah, Oprah.
Is there anything on the back of the photograph? There's like a date that was printed, but no writing or anything. Okay, does it say where it was printed? I don't believe so.
Where are you reading it at?
It's like my little yellow Kodak camera.
Dirty?
Who took the picture? Jeffrey Epstein did. And where did you have it developed? I don't know. Somewhere back in America? Where? I don't know. Palm Beach? I don't know. What is the date of the photograph? 2001. Okay. But that's just off my photographic memory. It could be different. I just think it's March 2001. You have a photographic memory? I'm not saying I have one, but if I look back at the photo and I remember what it says, I think it's March 2002. Did the photograph ever leave your possession for a while? Yeah, I gave it to the FBI. Oh, great. What'd they do with it? I'm surprised it didn't show up to throw up in the shredder. And when did you get it back? When they took copies of that? When was that? Oh, 2011. So from 2011 until you left Colorado, it was in your personal possession, and you gave it to the FBI. other documents related to this case are in storage boxes? Yeah. All right, so that's Virginia, and you live in Australia now, right? So Prince Andrew's all over the place. Other than asking you to write whatever you remember about Andrew, it says, is there any other direction?
He's looking at a document, and he keeps doing like word searches on it just for certain names, and they're popping up. I don't know what document he's looking at, though.
And how Prince Andrew
I'll have to run this back later and watch it.
How did he get away with so many of those counts? What did you write? Well, she asked me to write.
And these are actual depositions.
And I wrote pages for her. And you wrote pages. You get paid for those pages? Well, not for the pages.
From one of the no, well, I don't think Crowder's even doing anything live this week.
A deal with her? No.
Every time I get up,
right, so you see
he's only got.
So that's Prince Andrew.
This is Robert Gouveia.
A bunch of additional names in there, and so the documents have been released.
What's he got?
We're not seeing anything that is groundbreaking or that we weren't expecting. A lot of the same names are in here. You can see the list goes on. It's 943 pages. We're scrolling all the way near to the end here so we can just see what is inside.
Watching the watchers.
Transcripts are here.
Not the audit guy.
A lot of stuff still redacted in these filings. I know there was at least a couple names in here. So did you suffer from this? I did have this. I did have that. So maybe those are not names. Certainly some names are still being kept out of this. So it is a curious development. This will continue to drop. There will be rolling disclosures. And so we'll see if there's anything else interesting inside. I don't think
Jody.
so. I think that this is part of a cleanup operation. We know that the Ghislaine Maxwell trial didn't allow in a ton of evidence, and she's the only person who got prosecuted here. And I actually think that she may ultimately be exonerated on this thing because the DOJ rigged this at the beginning when they gave Jeffrey Epstein an insane plea deal. Like, I actually think Jeffrey Epstein also had immunity that was granted to him by the DOJ and the intelligence companies. And they were trying to clean up after the fact. So I would imagine that they've already got all of the evidence buried that they want to get buried. And the rest of this is just a slow trip of names we've already heard about and stuff we've already seen, mostly. So we'll be here continuing to cover it.
Oh, I did?
Well. I encourage you to follow Technicolor and others who's been reporting on this.
I mean, somebody who got knocked out quick.
We'll continue to see drops for the foreseeable future. So
yeah, I was tired. Me and the wife talked for about an hour last night after I got home, and I just went to bed.
All right. Let's see what you guys say about this.
So fuck it, I'm not going to play.
And then we can just all go take a shower after this stream is over. Joseph C. is in the house. So Joseph, hopefully you got that mind map link.
Yeah, I'll probably pull something up at the. I'm gonna do a desktop. I'm probably gonna have quite a few people there today anyway. But I don't care. I'm gonna get to the office and get a desktop stream set up.
Air Force Vet, what's up, Air Force Vet? And thank you, KB, for clipping this for us today. Air Force Vet in the house, making a revolver fund dono. Thank you, Air Force Vet. Hope you're having a beautiful day in the house. Samantha R. We got Frank B's in the house. Joseph C. Got it. All right, right on. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out some new logic when the months change for the mind map emails. Sweet says nothing's going to be done about it. That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's just, it's basically over. DOJ is not going to go after anything else. Yeah, Sweet says I can't take it. It's vile. It's disgusting. And by the way, like, do you think this is over? Like this whole little scheme? Like there's no one else doing this in the world? Well, of course not. Right? Like they just moved it. It's like when one store goes out, like one restaurant in your neighborhood goes out of business. A couple months go by, a new restaurant goes right into that same building, right? Just with new management, under new management. So Jeffrey Epstein's no longer the manager. Okay, it's under new management, whoever that is. Gross. Yeah, there was a good cartoon made a while ago, Stephen Hawking's Trip to Pedo Island. Yeah, there's a lot of...
I'm trying to figure out how that works.
It's disgusting, but it's gallows humor. And there's some, funny Stephen Hawking memes, in his wheelchair. Actually, there's a funny meme going around saying he was in there talking about midgets and stuff like that. Hey, Rose for Life says, I have long suspected that the so-called, quote, asylum seekers entering this country are aided and abetted by open border advocates who game the system. Recently, I picked up an interesting book by Deborah Scroggins. In her book called Wanted Women, she details the lives of two Muslim women who entered the United States as immigrants. The book's fascinating, tracing the details of these women's lives, including how they entered the country. The detail of illegal versus legal immigration, seeking asylum status with falsified documents doesn't surprise me, nor does the fact that there are people who coach immigrants on how to successfully ask for asylum, whether or not they qualify. They just got to get on the list. And then I think the asylum hearings are like in 20.
Yeah, I don't think this
like years.
Is a certain party type thing either. I think there's a lot of people from both parties involved in this. That's why it's taken so long to get this out.
The only thing that surprises me, given that we've all learned about the abuses, is that the government still refuses to do anything about it. Europe is waking up. Why hasn't the U.S.? I could write a book about the abuses this kind of system perpetrates on our country's citizens and on the immigrants themselves. Yes, they're bringing in a whole gray area, contingent. Like, they're going to be exploited. It's like, what are you doing? There is nothing charitable about allowing this to continue. Totally. It's madness. I think even a lot of Democrats probably realize it's not.
Not sure what happened yesterday on the driving stream. My internet just cut out in the car.
Chicago, but they're free. Rye T says, David Copperfield, more like David Copperfield. Am I right? Yes, you are right, Rye T. David Copperfield, with the hand on the chest. That's not magic, David. Crash says, in your control F, was there a differentiation between Bill and Hillary? Let's try it. I wonder if there was let's just do a Hillary Clinton and see if Hillary's in there. Hillary Clinton. Is she in there? Nope, not up. Let's just look for Hillary. Still nothing for, there's one Hillary. It says, on the left side was Emmy Glenn, and I was sitting across the table was Bill with two lovely girls, who were visiting from New York. Bill's wife, Hillary's absence from the night made it easy for his apparent provocative, cheeky side to come out. The dude is such a pervert, it's gross. Okay, so let's just read this whole thing. Okay, so similarly, she published a book called The Billionaires Playboy Club. The next big dinner party on the island had another significant guest appearance, being the one and only Bill Clinton. He is the only president in the world to be dismissed from his role as a world leader because he was caught with his trousers down around his ankles and there was a stain to prove it. Publicly humiliating his wife, which was wild. And Hillary just was like, well, it's no big deal. And himself, he retired from his title, but not from his lifestyle. This wasn't a big party as such, and only a few of us were eating dinner at the table. There was Jeffrey at the head of the table, as always. On the left side was Emmy Glenn. I was sitting across the table from Bill with two lovely girls who were visiting from New York. Bill's wife, Hillary's absence from the night, made it easy for his apparent provocative, cheeky side to come out, teasing the girls on either side of him with playful pokes and brassy comments. There was no modesty between any of them. We all finished our meals and scattered in our different directions.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, that's the former president of the country. He's still out doing the same garbage. He's still doing it. There's no question about it. He's just not getting his business from Epstein. Now, they say everything about President Clinton has conclusively been proven false. Okay, they say it's all false. Former FBI director submitted a report. He concluded that Clinton did not, in fact, travel to Little St. James Island between those dates. 2 years. Further, if any Secret Service agents had accompanied him, would have been required to make and file logs. And Louis Frey, I mean, he's like as corrupt as it gets. That guy. He's all over the crime family cover-up stuff. So they deny it. They say Clinton wasn't there at all. He never was a fully concocted story that she just drafted for the media. All right, so we'll see about that. It feels like Clinton, like there's plenty there to draw conclusions. What's up? We got Defrauded says there is circumstantial evidence that Epstein was connected to the $100 billion China hustle, which started in 2005 under Clinton. See the movie and Google Biden China hustle and follow the links. Crash says, in regards to the new restaurant, the word Cantamite is a young, oh gosh. Yeah, well, that's a horrific word. You need to learn that vocabulary there. But it's disgusting. Ry-T says, that Rye is hilarious. He's definitely hysterical. Definitely. Hey, Crash, yes, Rob, need a shower before I go to work on my car. Go to work on my car. Yeah, it's gross. It's a gross word. And it's all over the place. It is all over the place. And I saw something at the start of the chat. Let me see. Josh, was there a comment from you? You said you wrote something. I think there was a Josh comment.
Yeah. I don't care about ladyboys either, but the kids is definitely where the line is drawn.
Yeah. But Josh, if you drop that in the comments, then maybe I can grab it. Something about you drafted something. I saw it flat on the screen. And so if we miss that, oh, Ry-T says, what happens if you search for Trump? That's a good one. I actually didn't think about that. So Trump, he actually shows up in here a number of times. I think I saw people. There's one. There's four of them. Okay, here's Trump. Do you recall landing in Atlantic City? Did you go to Atlantic City? Yeah, we went to one of Trump's casinos. Did you actually go into the casino? Yeah. Do you recall Virginia at the time? Was she present with you? Do you recall if she went into the casino? She was underage. I don't know anything about that. Okay, so they went into a Trump casino. Number two, how did it come to be that you got into the casino in Atlantic City? Well, we were flying. Jeffrey said, why don't you go sit in the cockpit to check out the landing? So we were sitting there, and the pilots told me, go back, tell them we can't land in New York because we're going to have to land in Atlantic City. Jeffrey said, great, we'll call up Trump. We'll go, I don't know, but we'll go to the casino. So Jeffrey says, we'll call Trump. We'll go to the casino. All I knew was that she was not allowed to gamble. These were massages, and there was an increase corresponding to massages that you were giving the guests, right? Yeah. Did any of the guests for whom you were massaging
George Lucas
that they expected anything more than a massage? No. Did they refuse? Did they ask you to engage in more contact and you refused? No. Okay, Marvin Minsky is a question. I don't know that. Did you massage George Lucas? No. Donald Trump? No. Did you ever massage Donald Trump? No. Sorry, I have to ask, but did you ever sleep with Alan Dershowitz in the back of the limousine with Virginia and Jeffrey present? Witness. Absolutely no. Do you know who Alan Dershowitz is? Yeah. You would remember if you did the thing. I would remember that. Did you ever see Virginia Roberts with any of the people I just asked about? No. Did Virginia ever talk about having been with any of those people? No. Okay, so that's number three, and the fourth one from Trump is that one right there. That's number four. So Trump exonerated. No massages.
Oh no, he sent me a message yesterday. He's been doing good.
Of course.
I'm hoping to be able to hook up with him this weekend. We'll see how it goes.
Defrauded is also saying this. Remember that Hunter was about 30 watching all this happen. Please read the motion for judicial notice. Same corrupt spiritual pattern, plus circumstantial evidence that some of the women on the laptop were FBI agents as well. That's what defrauded in China. Okay, my friend, so we're going to do one final refresh, and we're going to leave it there on the day. We are going to get back into this later.
Yeah.
We have some good stuff.
Yeah, he did.
So first of all, Jack Smith has said, Trump is saying that Jack Smith is...
Yeah, he popped in last night real quick, and he sent me a message because I was asking him what he wants to eat.
Continuing the case. So we're going to get into that one. We have Crash. We got Mishé.
He didn't know at the time where he doesn't have any idea, so I'm going to look up something
decent.
decent.
So I got the short ribs going in the slow cooker. Sounds delicious. Just a comment on how depraved all the Epstein reports are. But that helps me understand the current depraved culture we live with now. Yeah, it is. And it is kind of, it's getting more and more depraved, like every day.
He sent me his address, too.
Yeah, it's a good we'll just leave it at that. Crash says, Greek word, BC era, ancient. It's been around a long time. It's good to learn those good words. That just happens to be a disgusting word.
I don't want to mail it. I'm just going to bring it to
I'm not
him.
holding you responsible for the word. I'm saying it's not good. Lady Ice says, Alina Abba talks about this on Patrick Bet David, explains Trump never went at all, period. That's cool. She was on there. So I'm sure we'll see what we can do to extract the clip and see what is inside over there. But my friends, we are going to leave it there. We're going to be back in a few short hours to get into it again. So we got a contempt filing from Trump. We've got Trump is appealing to the Supreme Court, the Colorado case. And I think we might even get into the Ray Epps sentencing today because we really want to get into that. So we are going to leave it there.
I haven't thought about that.
Thursday. We're going to come back in a few short hours.
I'll ask him if he wants to.
Get into it all again. And so I want to thank you for joining us on this incredible Thursday.
Red carpet
I
shit
want to
now.
wish you an amazing rest of your day. Whatever you're getting out there, getting after. I hope you accomplish it with maximum efficiency and that you have a great day. And you come back here and join us in a few short hours to get into it all again. Get out there, get after it, make it a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's fucking warm in this car. I'm gonna get oil change. I'm gonna get a haircut today. Yeah, you're hilarious, son. It's gonna pull over, but all right, looks like they're pulling away. Snow this weekend. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be here. Let me see. Hiccups, man. All right, let me see. Am I losing my lane up here? Looks like these signs are covered. I think it's over with. It's 28 degrees right now. High of 32 today. Big snow total variance along rain snow line. So it's gonna be right on the border of bad snow to high of 36 and 37 and 38, 39. So really doesn't look like any snow in my forecast till next Tuesday. That's a rain snow mix because it's a high of 39. Who never knows, so. Oh, of course, it's always climate change. Even though one of these volcanic eruptions, when they go off, spew more CO2 into the air than all the humans on Earth combined for like 10 years. But sure. fires. Yeah, fucking scanner's quiet. All right, dude, you're doing 70 in the fast lane. Yeah, miscalibrated voting machines. Climate change.
Can you show me clear the legend interruptions?
I think they're saying that these the mass immigrations are climate change too. Pretty sure that's been blamed for that.
Okay, 21 Central.
When's Midwest going back to work? Back on the road. That reminds me, I want to check with the courts to see if there's anything filed on him yet. Out of Bakersfield. Check out my FOIA request. Hate getting behind these gravel haulers. Every time he hits a bump, shit comes flying out of it. I got so many fucking little chips in my windshield. I think it's muddy as hell too. $49 ounces. Okay, Dan. Yeah. That's one thing about having all these dispos at this exit. There's a lot of competition. And it's probably pretty decent weed, too. At least 20%. Yeah. Yeah, you just need to show that you're 21. Bar. Free eighth for new customers there. Yeah, Michigan, you just need ID. Doesn't matter what state it's from. You just got to show you're 21. I think the most you can buy at one time, though, is like 4 ounces. But then you could just go across the street and do it again. Ohio just passed rec. They haven't even established the rules and stuff for it yet. Ohio has medical, but it's fucking garbage. And it costs more. And it costs more than the rec up here in Michigan. I got my card just so I'm covered with my employer and stuff. What if I ever get randoed? I don't even have them check it anymore. When somebody gets hurt here in Michigan. Coca-Cola. If you send them, most of the places around here is, if you're within 20 miles and you spend $100, they'll deliver it. Now, most of them only take cash. There are a few that you can use your debit card. It's basically they consider it a cash transaction anyway, though. Even though a lot of the cards have figured that out and they're blocking it. I've never had any issue with my my PayPal card though. Comes your house. There's literally like 10 dispos at that exit now. On both sides. I got that one on that one side. Yeah. It's a pretty house. That house is 140 years old. Actually, probably not going to do a desktop stream today because I'm going to have to leave early anyway to go get my hair cut. I may anyway. Fuck it. We'll see. We'll see. I have a few minutes when I first get started. If I don't do one here, I'll definitely do one at the factory tonight. Last night was nice. Almost all my new people showed up. They were all decent people. Now, this used to be a pretty big town a long time ago. I mean, obviously, most of these houses weren't here. There's a lot of them that were, though. If you look at the foundations of some of these houses, you can see how old a lot of them are. Now, this factory I work in is 180 years old. This mill, actually the building I work in, there's a little tiny building in the front there, and they just kept adding to the back, different sections. Yeah, this the little building attached here was built in the 1840s.
Fire to Central Dispatch, station be complete enough there.
Coal chutes, yeah. I mean, they have them. They've covered them up, but. All right, guys, thanks for riding with me. Like I said, if I'm able to, I'll start a desktop. If not, I'll do one tonight. Peace. Love you guys.